KEYC News Now to Go is sponsored by River's Edge Hospital and Clinic. People caring for people.
Moments like these make life worth living. River's Edge Hospital and Clinic is your partner in taking control of your own health. Take your steps towards a lasting tomorrow. River's Edge Hospital.
Hello, good morning, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jerk. In a few minutes, I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Kate and Laura to talk about the rain that's happening today and the forecast for the week ahead. We begin this morning with the latest from St. Paul. In less than 24 hours, the Minnesota legislature will adjourn. It's understood they'll need a special session to finish things off, but that hasn't stopped the work from happening over the weekend. Still, as our Quinn Gorham explains, frustrations with more continuous bills are starting to steep as in areas of the budget.
On Sunday night, Iron Range Republican Spencer Igo moved to take up a bill that would fund unemployment benefits for laid-off miners.
I recognize a member from Itasca, Representative Igo.
Yes, that is my motion, Mr. Speaker.
The motion failed to get the necessary votes, but the vote board was left open for more than 30 minutes before...
There being 67 yeas and 67 nays, the motion does not prevail.
House TFLers, including the bill's author, Duluth Representative Pete Johnson, voted against it.
Even if we were to pass this off the floor today, it's not going to go anywhere. The best chance and where this is actually going to end is in the Jobs Conference Committee.
A similar bill is already in the jobs budget bill, so Johnson argues it would have been redundant to bring it back up. But almost immediately after we heard from Johnson, the motion came back up again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I re-renew my motion that House File 3023 be considered to be placed on the calendar for the day tomorrow.
Roll call, Mr. Speaker.
We talked with Igo while that second vote was going down. He said he wanted to give another avenue for the bill to pass.
This is giving us the opportunity to be very flexible if we need to make sure we get this done before end of session.
Again, all votes were in, but the roll call remained open for 20 minutes. The motion failed again on party lines, 67-67, then a third time.
Representative Igo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I re-renew my motion that House File number 3023 be considered for first on the calendar of the day for tomorrow.
It quickly became clear more is at play. DFL Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman suggested as much when the House adjourned for the night.
A lot of members are not on conference committees, so they don't have a task in front of them, so they're trying to figure out what to do to keep busy. And I think sometimes floor fights fill in for maybe more meaningful discussions.
Conversations and frustrations on much more complicated issues making their way into other unrelated areas. Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
In larger news, former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. His office releasing details about the diagnosis on Sunday. Jen Sullivan has more on what we're learning.
A shocking health announcement coming from the Biden family. Former President Joe Biden diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. His personal office releasing this statement Sunday, saying, quote, "Last week, President Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodule after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, characterized by a Gleason score of 9, with metastasis to the bone. While this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management." The statement went on to say that the 82-year-old and his family are reviewing treatment options.
The fact that we're told that this is, metastatic now, the 5-year survival rate on average is about, 33%. So, there are some people that do well and some people that don't do well.
The American Cancer Society estimates 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime.
Because there's such a high volume, there's a lot of research dedicated to its treatment.
Medical experts say cancer that has spread to a patient's bones can add further complications.
Biden, as I said, has always lived his life in the public eye and has always thought there was a value in showing other people going through difficult times.
His former Vice President Kamala Harris posting this on X. "Joe is a fighter, and I know he will face this challenge with the same strength, resilience, and optimism that have always defined his life and leadership. We are hopeful for a full and speedy recovery." I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Back here closer to home, St. Peter police say an escaped offender has been captured and is back in custody. According to police, Stephen Lorne Edwards escaped on Saturday, May 17th, late in the afternoon. Edwards was then captured in Missouri. Authorities say Edwards had got a vehicle from the Albert Lee area late on Saturday night. This is the second escape offender from the Minnesota Sex Offender Program in St. Peter just this month. A fire and a car crash at Nisen's Bar in St. Peter both happened this morning. At 4 a.m. this morning, St. Peter police reported that Nisen's Riverside Sports Bar had a fully engulfed fire with active flames and black smoke coming from the roof. By 6:45, Kasota Fire had controlled that fire. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Then, at 7:35 a.m., 2 callers were involved in a crash when one vehicle rear-ended the other in front of the bar. No injuries were reported from either party. Joining me now at the desk is Caitlin Lord. Caitlin, I know a fire and a car crash happened, and it's kind of unusual to happen at the same spot, but I think it's all the more important to just pay attention when you're out on the road, and even more so now when you have the rain that's coming down, and we're kind of going to have it all day.
Yeah, you know, the rain can lead to the wet roads, and people go, it's not winter, we don't need to worry about sliding, but there's hydroplaning, things like that, and just the distractions that come with that, the wipers, not using your wipers, not having your headlights on, things like that.
That's a big one for Caitlin, everybody.
Yeah, I know, everyone hates when I say it, but I'm never going to stop saying it because it makes you think. It makes you think. You're probably going to go, she's going to yell at me if I don't turn my lights on, and it causes more people to turn their lights on, which makes me happy. So, turn your lights on, make me happy, but prepare for the rain. Keep that umbrella or raincoat, whatever it is you use to stay dry, handy, because it's not just today, it will linger throughout tomorrow as well as into Wednesday. We'll get a break before more rain returns early next week. But I want to talk about and focus on the rain that we're going to be dealing with this week. And a lot of that is really going to come tomorrow. It's going to start today. We've already had some rain in the area this morning. And then overnight is when those scattered chances become more widespread. We're also dealing with some strong winds across the area once again through today and this afternoon. They're going to be ranging between 20 and 30 miles an hour across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Wind gusts are expected to reach up into that 40-mile-an-hour range, and you can see through the late night and overnight hours, those winds are going to stay on the strong side, so that we're not really going to get a break from either the rain or the stronger winds that we're dealing with. Taking a look at the future cast, we have had a line of rain already work its way through most of the area. As that breaks apart, it's going to leave behind isolated showers that could be anywhere from a sprinkle to a drizzle to a shower. Some of us may see more of a lingering, ongoing mist than a break from rain at all. It is all just dependent on where you are. Now, all of this is going to be rather light as far as rainfall rates go or accumulation. It won't be until this afternoon, until between 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, that we've actually got more scattered showers returning to the area. So once this first little bit of rain this morning kind of fizzles out, it's going to just be very spotty sprinkles for the most part, until those scattered showers, as you can see, return between 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then continue scattered from that point forward. Now, it looks like we're going to be done by about 10 o'clock tonight, but those scattered chances are actually going to kind of congregate, becoming widespread after midnight. With that being said, we're looking at mainly showers, but we've already had a couple thunderstorms develop in the area already this morning, and that foreshadows the chance of a couple of thunderstorms possible through the day today, tonight, and throughout tomorrow. Now, the good news is we are not really tracking anything that could be strong or severe for our area here at home. 56 for the high today, slightly cooler day today, on and off showers and windy conditions. Tonight, as you saw, winds are going to stick around. Showers as well with a couple of thunderstorms possible, but cooler temperatures overall with a low of 45 degrees. Taking a look at tomorrow, widespread showers will continue across the area through tomorrow afternoon, then becoming more scattered after 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Scattered for areas to the east, more isolated for areas to the west. All of this is expected to wrap up between Wednesday morning and early afternoon, leaving behind anywhere from 1.5 inches up to 2 inches of rain possible. And again, this is for the course of today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So this is the total rain accumulation that we are kind of projected to see over the course of, like I said, the next 3 days, from today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Here's a quick look at your extended forecast. Very wet start to the week. So again, make sure you have your umbrella and raincoat, or multiple if you have multiple, ready to go. We'll dry out for the weekend with mid-60s returning. Yes, next Monday is Memorial Day, but we are looking at some rain, so keep that in mind. But after that, get excited. 70s return to the area.
Like to see it, and hopefully Memorial Weekend is gorgeous. I know I'll be out of town up at the cabin, so fingers crossed that that rain kind of holds off. And the rain holds off for this quick little sports thing that we got to talk about. Cleveland Guardians, travels to Minnesota for a 3-game series, and you can watch the second game on your local TV home for baseball. Fox Mankato is your home to watch the Twins take on the Guardians at 6:40 tomorrow night. Minnesota has a 15-6 record in home games and a 26-21 overall record. Don't miss Tuesday Night Baseball on your local home for the Minnesota Twins. Fox Mankato. And as always, our First Alert team will keep everybody updated on that rain throughout the day today and tomorrow, and keep everyone posted on that Twins game. Fingers crossed, again, that it doesn't get canceled. But I know Caitlin, Sean, and Daniel will all have us paying attention and away. So thank you very much, Caitlin. And thanks for watching this KEYC News Now to Go update. Stay with KEYC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
Don't forget that umbrella, and be sure to download the free KEYC News and weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.